Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're digging into the global music industry, really looking at the state of play in the future through the lens of, well, a major power player, Irving Azoff.
Yeah, we've got insights from the top. We're talking billion-dollar IP fights. We're talking about how you even put on a massive charity gig in, like, under 2 weeks.
It's fascinating stuff. We'll get into this big shift in live shows, venue design, even weather risk, believe it or not.
And that multi-billion-dollar battle over who gets paid when music gets played online, it's huge.
We're framing this using Azoff's own companies, Oakview, Iconic Music Artists, his management arm, and Global Music Rights, or GMR.
Right. And the whole idea behind it, the mission statement, if you like, is finding ways to be disruptive in a positive way for artists and for fans.
And it all seems to hinge on representing the talent, the artists. That's where the power comes from.
Absolutely. And, if you need proof of how that works, how relationships and just sheer execution matter, look no further than Fire Aid.
Fire Aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an enormous 5-hour benefit concert. And the timeline is just, well, it's hard to believe, 12 days.
12 days. The story goes, Azoff's wife, Shelley, saw the California fires on TV and said, we gotta do something.
And the only thing they knew how to do was
Throw concerts.
Yeah.
So 12 days later, boom, a 5-hour TV special live on every single streamer.
the technical side alone must have been staggering. Switching between two venues, keeping sound and visuals perfectly synced for a global broadcast.
Oh, totally. We heard about technical pros coming out of retirement just to volunteer, showing up purely based on decades of relationships and respect. It's that kind of capital.
And the artists, too, right, that they jumped in immediately.
Instantly. Rod Stewart, Stevie Nicks, they were the first two confirmed. Just like that. That kind of response, it only happens when there's real trust built up over years.
Okay, so that's the incredible feat of pulling it off. But then there was this unexpected downside. The money raised became controversial.
Yeah, over $100 million raised, which is amazing. But then it got tangled up in politics, became a political football, as the source put it.
And that actually held up some of the money getting to victims.
It did, unfortunately. About $25 million was delayed because of all the scrutiny. It shows how even charity can get complicated.
It's important to add, though, that the board running Fire Aid was cleared, right?
Yeah.
An independent investigation confirmed they did a good job.
Yes, exactly. Latham and Watkins looked into it, found everything was handled properly, and that remaining money is set to go out soon.
So relationships solve the impossible logistics. Okay, let's shift gears. Let's talk about the bigger picture in the music business today. Live entertainment is now critical.
It became everything, as one source said. Once streaming really changed the game for recorded music and DVDs, live shows took center stage.
And how's that market doing? Is it healthy?
It's booming, seriously. Last year was massive, partly thanks to, giants like the Taylor Swift tour.
Right.
But even without those kinds of mega tours this year, the year-over-year growth for live events is still way up.
And it's not just about music anymore.
That's a key point. Live experiences are broader now. UFC, PBR bull riding, WWE wrestling, these are huge draws. And there's even talk about new kinds of family shows. Imagine a Barbie live tour or Demon Slayers. People want unique out-of-home experiences.
Okay, but here's a twist I wasn't expecting. There's a major problem brewing with outdoor concerts. Something about insurance.
Yes, this is a huge deal. And it's climate-related, fundamentally. All the extreme weather events happening globally.
Yeah.
It's leading to tons of cancellations, tons of insurance claims. So now getting insurance for a big outdoor show is becoming almost impossible.
Wow. So what do promoters do?
Well, they're being forced to self-insure, but the source was clear. Nobody can afford that kind of risk. It's potentially catastrophic financially.
So does this mean fewer outdoor festivals? Or a move towards safer bets?
It definitely points towards a big push indoors. We're talking arenas, clubs, permanent structures. Billions in investment are likely shifting that way because the outdoor risk is just getting too high.
Which leads us perfectly to maybe the ultimate indoor venue, the Sphere in Las Vegas. It's described as something that'll change everything you think about live entertainment.
It really is positioned that way. It's Jim Dolan's brainchild. He apparently didn't want just another rectangular box.
And it's not just a concert hall, right? It's more complex.
It's designed to be both a state-of-the-art movie theater and a performance venue. Kind of combines those two experiences.
What's the business model? Just renting it out?
No, it's smarter than that. They actually license IP, intellectual property, and create their own films specifically for the Sphere, made at their own Sphere studios in Burbank.
Ah, okay. That's why filming the bands who play there, like U2 or the Eagles, is so important to them.
Precisely. Control the content from start to finish. They mention Wizard of Oz as like the perfect first usage for their film side to really show off what the venue can do visually.
And this isn't just a one-off Vegas thing.
Nope. Construction starts on the next sphere in Abu Dhabi in January. And there are plans for smaller ones, maybe 5,000 seats, back here in the U.S. too.
Okay, so you have this cutting-edge venue tech. And that connects to how fans are actually consuming live music now. This idea of destination touring.
Yeah, it's a growing trend. Fans are literally flying internationally, Spain, Portugal, wherever, to catch a show.
Why? Just for the adventure?
Sometimes, but often it's economic. The total cost ticket, flight, hotel can actually be similar to, or even less than, paying those crazy resale prices from, StubHub or wherever for a show back home.
Getting ripped off by StubHub, as the source put it.
Exactly. So people travel.
And artists are adjusting their tours based on this.
Seems like it. You see strategies like Harry Styles doing residencies in major cities. Or Paul McCartney, apparently, focusing his tours on cities he hasn't hit in a while, like Tulsa or Hamilton, Ontario, serving fans outside the usual major markets who are maybe fed up with the ticket hassle.
Which brings us right to the ticketing crisis itself. Azoff's been railing against the secondary market for years, hasn't he?
Decades, yeah. He calls the secondary sellers incredible criminals, using bots, listing tickets they don't even possess yet.
Wait, listing tickets they don't have. How does that work?
Speculation. Like, there was a rumor Harry Styles might play the Sphere, so secondary sellers apparently started listing tickets, maybe even taking deposits before anything was confirmed.
Audacious.
Yeah.
Okay, what about the primary market? Ticket prices there seem sky high, too, with this platinum pricing. Why are artists doing that?
It's basically a defensive move. The argument is that the secondary market got so out of control, artists started using dynamic or platinum pricing to capture some of that extra money themselves legally.
Instead of it all going to scalpers.
Right. Keeping the value within the artist's world, theoretically.
But if everyone knows this is a problem, and other places like Europe have managed to regulate it, why can't we seem to fix it here? What's stopping legislation?
It's fascinating, actually. It boils down to politics and fear from other industries, specifically sports teams.
Sports teams. What do they have to do with concert tickets?
They worry that any rules passed to regulate concert ticket resale, cracking down on bots, restricting price markups will inevitably get applied to sports tickets, too.
So they lobby against concert ticket regulation to protect their own secondary market interests.
That seems to be the dynamic. It creates this solid wall of opposition, stopping legislative progress for music tickets. Unified resistance, basically.
Wow. Okay, so that's one major battleground. But perhaps the biggest fight over value and control is with the tech giants, especially YouTube.
Oh, absolutely. This is a fight Azoff through GMR has been waging for, 9 years now. It's about the rates paid for streaming music.
And the numbers involved are just mind-boggling. YouTube's revenue.
Over $50 billion last year. Their closest competitor in music streaming was estimated around $10 billion, so 5 times bigger revenue.
Okay, 5 times the revenue. But the payout rates for music
are apparently only 20%, 1/5 of what that top competitor pays. It's a huge disparity.
How can they maintain that when they're dealing with major rights holders like GMR, Fox, NBC Universal, even CSNC, another big licensing group?
Leverage, and what the source calls bullying tactics. Because YouTube is so dominant, they can threaten to just remove all the company's content from their entire platform if they push too hard for better rates.
The nuclear option, basically.
Pretty much. And legally, they shield themselves using the DMCA's safe harbor rules. They argue they're just a host for the content, like a storage locker, not a publisher.
And that distinction means lower royalty rates.
Drastically lower. Publishers have different, higher obligations. By claiming they're just hosting user uploads, they sidestep those higher rates.
And this isn't just a music industry problem anymore, right? It's hitting other media, too.
Definitely. Think about late-night talk shows. So much viewership now happens via clips on YouTube, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if YouTube isn't paying fair advertising revenue share on those clips, the TV networks, the parent companies, actually end up losing money on those shows, even if they're super popular online. The economics are broken.
So where does this leave things? Is there any hope for change?
Yeah.
Azoff seems hopeful, but...
He is hopeful. The thinking is that now it's not just music fighting this battle. It's film, TV, news, multiple huge industries all facing the same issue with YouTube's market power. Maybe everybody versus them, as he put it, will finally force some kind of legislative or court action.
But for now?
For now, that market power seems largely unchecked. It's a massive challenge.
Okay, so summing up, despite these huge fights over regulation, over platform dominance, over things like outdoor insurance, the actual core business of music seems pretty strong.
Very strong. Music itself is thriving, it's essential. And interestingly, streaming, while causing rate battles, has also been an amazing boon for the live side. It creates global superstars faster than ever and constantly fuels that demand for tours.
Right. Which brings us to our final thought for you, the listener. We've talked about these incredible feats of logistics and engineering, pulling off Fire 8 in 12 days, building something as complex as the Sphere.
These are massive, complex problems that the industry solved quickly and effectively when needed.
So if they can crack those technical and logistical nuts, why is fixing the secondary ticketing mess a problem everyone acknowledges, a problem Europe has already tackled? Why does that remain so politically impossible here?
If the how is often solvable, why does the why of the politics keep getting in the way? Something to think about.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining us for the deep dive.
See you next time.